Hello people of YouTube and beyond. Welcome to the 6th and final day of Bruticus week. As you can see, we have all 5 pieces already lined up, already in there, ready to be combined together. If you want to know how to transform them, just check out their individual videos. You can see how each one transforms. And let's get the camera higher. There. Alright, so we'll start with the legs here. Grab, Onslaught here, who is the chest and the upper legs. You're just going to grab, you kind of just gotta push it in. As you can see, just kind of force it in there. And while it is hard to get in, it's also a very secure connection. I do like the Combiner Wars combination stuff better, but this works pretty well too. And it just kind of pushes its way in. There. And there he is on his legs. Let's get him back a bit so we can see what he's doing. Grab Blast off. Force him on there. It is a really tough connection. And Vortex. And here's the basic combination for Fall of Cybertron Bruticus. Yes, the Skittles colors are a bit weird. I mean, yeah, yellow, bright red, bright green. But because of the dark colors they all do have, it does kind of cohesively go together. And I actually do like how it looks. He does have a huge, bulky... He's both bulky and scrawny. I'm not sure how he pulls it off, but it does give him a big, towering look without being overly blocky. Speaking of blocky, here he is next to the RID/G1. You can see he's much taller than that one. Set him in front. Yep. And stand back to the side. You can also take Onslaught's gun here. Come to the back. Well, see if I can get the close up on that. And you can see there's these 2 pegs right here. And these 2 little holes here and here. You can peg those together to give the towers behind Bruticus' head. It doesn't look quite as good as the G1 version, but he does have the towers if you want them. You can also combine them with some of the other guns to kind of make it look more like big old towers. There's a lot of combinations you can do there. I do like the head. This is a really, really fantastic Bruticus head. This is probably my favorite Bruticus head there is. Nice pure and yellow eyes, the metallic gray, the dark blue around it, little green vents. It just has all the details stick out so well and just looks so menacing. He really does look like he's mess some crap up. He's going to kick somebody's ass. However, the chest, okay, it's not, looking at Bruticus, considering it's 5 deluxes and the cores are deluxe, it's not that bad. Which is why Onslaught has to be so skinny and strained out, because it's trying to be a Voyager, basically. But he does still look too small for his limbs. I mean, we have Blast-Off arm all the way down there, almost to his knee. And Vortex is, when his arm's straight down, is almost at the same place. And it's not even the limbs' fault, it's just that Onslaught's not the right size for this. And all the sacrifices he makes, and just, the chest doesn't even look that good, really. I mean, it's basically just Onslaught's chest with his arms there. And they try to kind of make the whole spike thing, like you have these crests that come up and you have his arms that kind of fold up to look like crests, but the effect really doesn't work unless you're a bit further away. From far away on the shelf or something, it looks fine, but up close it starts kind of falling apart and you kind of start seeing all the little bits here and there. I mean, I do like the idea of the arms folding up to be part of the chest. It just wasn't executed perfectly. And it just had like a piece that folded over or something like that. There's really not too many new details besides like the crotch and the head. I mean, everything else is stuff you've seen before, it's just been moved around. Although, because of that, it does kind of make it look like the 5 warriors just kind of stuck themselves together. Like realistically speaking, they didn't have a bunch of pieces moving around. They kind of just try to form themselves into a limb as best as possible and attach to the core. So on the bow, realistic look, it actually works pretty well. It's just a bit strange is all. I know, realistic on Transformer, but you get what I mean. Another cool thing is how if you think about it, when the head flips out, it's kind of like how on the G1 you would put a helmet over the original robot's head. Here, the Onslaught's heads are actually normally here, but it flips in to make room for Bruticus's head. So I kind of wonder if that's an homage to the G1. It would be cool if that's what it was, but who knows. Both the legs look pretty good. Swindle is definitely the better looking one here, mostly just how many pieces Brawl is in, but they're still both good legs. Vortex makes a really good arm. And Blastoff, a lot of people like to complain about him, but he's a good arm too. As far as articulation goes, the head does swivel around. Both arms use the same kind of connectors, so they can go outward and forward and back. For Blastoff, he has a swivel right here, and then an elbow joint. And of course the hand can move a little bit, but not by much. For Vortex, he swivels down here and uses his lace joints to make an elbow that looks a bit better. Mostly because he's not doing palm up kind of thing. There is a swivel right here. Bruticus's legs are a bit weird because what they want you to do is use the hips from Onslaught, but it looks really high up. I mean, the hips really should be about here, not up here, because then it just looks like he's breaking or something. Although you can unpeg this and have his leg come forward like this, which you kind of need to because of the crotch plate, his leg actually cannot go forward. So you kind of have to let it unpeg itself and then use that as a forward motion, which does kind of stink. Swivel and then knee. Because also be careful of Swindle because this is attached to where the piece moves. So when you move his knee around, you are going to unpeg and repeg it basically. Oh, the G1 one fell off. Oh well, he'll be alright. Brawl does it a bit better, but not by much. So yeah, there they are all together. I also like how Blastoff and Vortex kind of form shoulder blades with a tail in the front of the shuttle there. So that is pretty cool. Alright, let's swap them around. Alright, one interesting thing is that there are alternate ways to transform the chest. For one thing, you could just keep these flipped down, which is what I like to do. I just think it looks more solid. And the legs can actually be turned this way. Unpeg it and turn it slightly and peg it back in on the inner pegs. It's hard to really show that, but you can see it's kind of just going to ignore this peg here. And you now have upper legs that look a bit thicker and less scrawny. So for combining, here we have Blastoff in his leg mode. Let's grab Vortex, who makes a pretty good leg. Oh, come on. I say pretty good leg and then it starts falling apart. Thanks, Vortex. Alright. Then we're going to grab Brawl. Oh, come on. Okay, what the heck, Brawl? That's what I hate about attaching Brawl. His joint's actually a little... Oh, come on. You're not even that great of an arm. Stop being such a brat about it. There. Jesus. I really hate Raw's arm. He's just so picky. Alright. Then let's get Swindle on there. Alright. You know what? Let's put him back to the old leg configuration so you can see that. The problem with this is it makes him extremely top heavy. Because now he has really scrawny little legs with big bulky arms. And it looks like a mess. Okay, stand. This is what I hate about Blastoff as a leg. He does not have any solid footing. Brawl looks okay, but yeah, definitely not my preferred arm. I do like how Swindle is, big scrawny but beefy kind of thing going. Blastoff just sucks as a leg, and Vortex, as usual, is good all around. Alright, let's see if we can get him to stand. Alright, there. One thing I didn't show you, let's get him back a bit so you can actually see what he looks like in this configuration. I do not like this configuration. Well, I don't mind Vortex as a leg, and I do like Swindle as an arm. DR2 really should just... I mean, Brawl's just going to stay as a leg no matter what, and Blastoff's going to stay as an arm no matter what. If I do swap it around, it'll be Swindle and Vortex getting swapped around. One thing I didn't show you is that all the weapons can combine together and make a big weapon. If you take Brawl and Swindles, it does slot together like this. And then there's space on Onslaught where if you plug Swindles in the back, there's this little hold here for Brawl's gun to make this. And then the rest, it kind of just do whatever you want. I mean, I guess you could take Blastoffs and peg them in like this. Then you could put Vortexes in the front. And you can make this. I really don't care for this. It looks okay. What I like to do is kind of just take them and peg them on the side. Kind of make this big blaster. Also uses a lot of yellow. Here, let's give Bruticus that the hold. There you go. Now he's holding it. You can see there a problem with Onslaught being a deluxe, because when he's holding the weapon, it's now almost down at the ground. Onslaught really did need to be a Voyager here. Especially with these joints. These joints are not the best. Thank God for Combiner Wars, they figured it out that the middle needs to be a Voyager. They've known that since Energize. Hell, they've known that since G1 that the body needs to be a bigger size. Why here they did a deluxe, I'll never know. You can see how wobbly he is. Wobble, 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 wobble. Wobble, 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 wobble. There's a lot of things you could do with Bruticus here. I would recommend you keep him in the other transformation. This is okay. I do like having like the tank cannons on his shoulder. That does look kind of cool. Overall, I like this figure. I think he's a pretty good update to Bruticus. I can't wait to see what they do for him in Combiner Wars, and I already know Blastoff's going to be basically going to be an aerial bot repaint. And see what I mean about... speaking of Blastoff, this one sucks. Just stay there. This figure does get kind of exhausting messing with because he just falls all over the place in this configuration. Like I said, do not use this configuration. It's just terrible. Blastoff does not make a good leg. Brawl's too dang heavy to be an arm. Mostly because he has all his kibbles sacking up the one side. Well, that's the end of Bruticus week. I was going to have a day 7, except that I do not own Bruticus or the Military Titan set. There, if you put that in that configuration, you can give them over the shoulder cannons. Which looks pretty cool. So yeah, this is Bruticus. This has been Bruticus Week. I'm Nerd Transformed. I hope you enjoyed. I do hope you enjoyed this figure. I probably would recommend either the Boosticus or the Military Titan set to improve him a bit, because he really does need some help. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys some other time. Goodbye.